Good morning, friends. Myself, Mr. Chole Prashant Ramesh Rao, Head and Assistant Professor, Department of Environmental Science, Sanjeevani Mahavidyalaya, Chapuli. In last lecture, we have started the chapter Conventional and Non-Conventional Energy Resources, and in last lecture we had completed the conventional energy resources. We covered in that lecture, that is what is mean by conventional energy resources, what are the different types of conventional energy resources, and what are the examples of conventional energy resources. In today's lecture, we are going to start the non-conventional energy resources. What is mean by non-conventional energy sources? Non-conventional energy sources are basically renewable energy resources. Energy that has been used from natural resources which made by artificial is known as non-conventional energy resources, as well as it is also called as a renewable energy resources which are environmental friendly. They are abundant in nature as compared to the conventional energy resources which are limited in nature. Conventional energy resources are limited in nature, but non-conventional energy sources is in is present in abundant form. Non-conventional resources are one that work but not commonly used. These are available in unlimited amount in nature, since these can be renewed over relatively short period of time. It can reproduce themselves in nature. That's why they are also known as a renewable energy resources. They are renewable and they sustainable source of energy. Hence, they are best alternative for the conventional sources of energy for the coming generation. They helps sustaining clear and clean environment. There are different example or different major renewable energy sources are solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, biomass energy. These are the major examples of renewable energy sources. First, we are going to see the solar energy. It is a major source of energy. In fact, it is a source of energy on earth. It has direct and indirect source of all the energy we have on the earth. Energy obtained from the sun in the form of heat and light, that is a solar energy. It is derived in the form of solar radiation. Solar energy received by the earth near the earth is 1.4 kilojoules per second, that is known as a solar constant. The heat energy is used in solar heating devices like solar cooker, solar water heater, solar furnace, etc. The light energy is used in the solar cells. Using photosynthetic and biological processes for energy trapping. In the process of photosynthesis, green plant absorb solar energy and convert it into chemical energy stored in the form of carbohydrate. For the food preparation or food making, green plants use a solar energy in the process of photosynthesis. India receives about 3000 hours of sunlight every year. Second is a wind energy. It is the second most important non-conventional source of energy because it is widely available source of energy. Air flows can be used to run wind turbine. Wind energy is used in windmills which convert the kinetic energy of the wind into mechanical or electrical energy. A single windmill produces only a small amount of electricity. Large number of windmills in large area coupled together to produce more electricity in wind energy farm. The minimum wind speed are required is 15 km per hour. At present, wind power potential of India is 1020 megawatt energy in every year. Largest wind farm is near Kanyakumari in Tamil Nadu, generate 380 megawatt electricity. Third is a tidal energy. The energy associated with tides of the ocean can be converted into electrical energy by using ocean tides. Human converted tide energy into electrical energy. First tidal power plant is in France in 1996. India could take up ocean thermal energy conversion, that is OTEC, and by the process it will be capable of generating 50,000 megawatt electricity to meet the power requirements of remote ocean islands and coastal towns. Next is the fourth one, geothermal energy. This energy produced by using hot rocks present in a earth crust. It may be defined as the heat energy obtained from hot rock present inside the earth crust. At the core temperature may be reached over 9000 fluorine. This heat comes from the fission of radioactive material naturally present in the rock. The heat comes from the core, or it is a fission of radioactive material that is present in naturally in the rocks. The deeper region of earth crust is very hot. This heat melts the rock and forms magma. The magma moves up and collects below at some places called hotspot. The magma moves up and collects below at some places. That place is called as a hotspot. The underground water is contact with that hotspot and get heated into steam at high pressure. By drilling holes into hotspot, the steam coming out can be used to rotate turbines of generator to produce electricity. See in this image the geothermal power plant, how electricity is produced. This is the hot water through number one, hot water through pipes or borewells. The steam comes up and it rotates the turbine and generate the electricity. This is the process of generation of geothermal energy. And next, biomass energy. It is very common. The organic matter originated from living organisms like wood, cattle dung, sewage, agriculture wastage, etc. These are called as a biomass. The organic matter like wood, cattle dung, sewage, agriculture waste, household waste, that all is called as a biomass. These substances can be burned to produce heat energy which can be used in the generation of electricity. Thus, the energy produced from the biomass is known as a biomass energy. These are, see in this image, the sources of biomass. First, sewage from human excreta is the source of biomass. second is a municipal solid waste, third is a animal residues, industrial residues, forestry crop residues, agriculture crops and residues. These all are the sources of biomass, and we also get the biogas energy from this biomass. Thank you.